Hey guys, this is Vish from Teddy and Me, and I've got a special guest with me, Lloyd, who's going to explain to you the new Gates of the Underworld starter deck that released today for $9.95. You can get it at both of our stores. All right, so Lloyd, crack it open and let's see what they got.
Okay, so this is the Gates of the Underworld starter structure deck. It's $10 from here at Teddy and Me. First off, this is going to be a deck that's going to probably ruin the format. If you don't have Tour Guide of the Underworld, yeah. Okay, so this is the Gates of the Underworld structure deck. In it, you'll get all of the Dark World cards, including the new 3 beautiful Dark World cards that'll actually change the way that the deck is actually made. So it comes with the usual Konami seal, backing, little cardboard on the side. Easiest way to open it is actually just going to the back, It's a nice.
Don't want to ruin those cards.
Do not want to ruin those cards. Just go from the top, slide up the cardboard, and look. Voila, everything comes out. Okay.
The deck is ready to play out of the packaging, but most pro players suggest getting 3 of them because you can really dominate your local TCG store with 3 combined.
Definitely. The big points that can be made about it is that it comes with the 40 card deck. Of course you want it, It's the deck. It says everything that you actually need. The new version 8 rulebook, including the XYZ information, how to exceed summon, the overlaying, and the rulings on all of the new XYZ cards. That means that no rule sharking or any new game mechanics are in it. Okay, so as well as that, it also comes with the mat. It's pretty nice. It's a good paper mat. It's not like one of the nice little Teddy and Me mats that are available here. But it can be played.
Shameless plug indeed.
But it can be played. It has a nice grapha print. It may actually be printed in a different way. It could also be turned into something.
Look for those coming soon. Grapha mats all around.
Could be something good.
All right, let's open up the deck and see what this magic has.
Okay, so simplest way. So slight little wrap to the side, and let's go. So first card, Grapha, Dragon of Dark World. It is a level 8, 2700, 1800 defense monster, fiend type. It's actually the new boss monster of the entire archetype. What its effect is essentially when it's discarded by a card effect, you can destroy a card. You can destroy a card your opponent controls. If you have a Dark World monster on the field, you can bounce it back to special summon this card. You have Snow, Unlight of Dark World. Essentially what it does is you discard it for a card effect, you get a Dark World card from your deck. If it's discarded by your opponent's effect, you can special summon a defense position monster or something like that. Cleary, this guy pretty much, I'm just talking about the new 3, but he allows for you to special summon him to your opponent's side of the field, then discard one of your own cards. It counts as your opponent's effect, so you get one of the secondary effects of the Dark World monsters, which is really good. Aside from these are the new 3 monsters of the set, so after that you have Zur, Orange, Scarlet, Kaki, Gren,
The old dudes that are coming back for revenge.
Pretty much the good old-fashioned old ones. You get every last Dark World monster that has been printed out in this set, which is really good for any collectors, for anybody who wants to just twiddle or play around with the deck and try to get something new. You also get Marquise, which is pretty cool. Reprinted Trago, which is actually really great for the game.
First time as a common. It's really good. Among one of the highlights, along with the next card, which is a Sangin, which, even though the tour guide ruling was reworked a little bit, still works really well because, hey, he searches out something.
Definitely. Why not? Get Nidoria. You get some extra fiends like Goblin, King, Graves, Cormer, which is nice. Card Guard, which actually is the first time it's been reprinted. It used to be a secret, now it's a common, which is pretty cool.
And then we got Fader.
Battle Fader, of course. Everybody loves Battle Fader. You can actually play Frog Monarchs now without worrying about having to pay $10 for each Battle Fader.
It's great to have a budget game where you can kind of be good and not spend a lot of money on it. It's great.
Definitely. You have one of the best new cards of the set. It's Gates of the Dark World. It helps out Infernities, it helps out Fabled, and it definitely helps out Dark Worlds. What it does, you remove and play one Fiend-type monster in your graveyard, you can discard a Fiend-type monster. This is considered a card effect, so you get off all your effects. So you get off snows, you get off gold, you can get off celery if you want to. You get off
A great enabler
Golds.
for this deck, which is I think is really gonna
help out.
show a lot of promise.
Yep. You get Dark World Lightning, one of the really good cards of the set. Get 2 of these. These are Gateway of the Dark World. It's pretty much a Monster Reborn for Dark World, but you can't special summon for the rest of the turn. Dark World Dealing, one of the favorite cards of Fable players, but usually don't get them.
One of the hardest cards to find as well. Now, in common, I would have to say this deck is showing a lot of promise, a lot of commons that a lot of us have been looking for a while. So it should be really good. And this deck is just good for staples as well.
Yep. Lure of Darkness, Card Destruction, Terraforming, Dark Eruption. This card, Dark Scheme. Essentially, both of your players have to discard 2 cards in their hand. Your opponent can negate this by discarding 1 card as well. So it can interrupt your opponent's good plays with their hand, and also if they just allow it, you get to get off 2 Dark World effects for the price of 1 card.
And a really nice picture.
Yep. Okay, so we have the Forces of Dark World. The Forces of Darkness, my apologies. It's pretty much a Dark Eruption or a Stele, Gravekeeper Stele, for all the people who know. Essentially, you play this card and you can get back 2 Dark World monsters from your graveyard to your hand. And 2 really impressive reprints that I like. You have Deck Devastation Virus. Essentially, tribute a 1500 or higher dark monster, and you destroy all monsters that are 1000 or lower attack from your opponent's hand, deck, and field. And for the next 2 turns, they send all monsters with 1000 or less attack that they draw during the draw phase, which is pretty nice. And Eradicator Epidemic Virus essentially does the exact same thing, except for that you can choose between spells or trap cards, which is nice. Mind Crush. Mind Crush is very important this format since it's back to 2 and people are hoarding them. So you can get this really good card. You can even just trade it off if you don't want them because, it's at 2, which means that you get 1 extra one if you buy 3, which is really nice.
This card is definitely a personal favorite of mine in the deck because, a lot of people don't really understand the benefit of looking at your opponent's hand, because essentially you can guess wrong with this card and just get a lot of information that you need to know about your plays from your opponent and discard a card to enable pretty much anything in your deck.
Yeah, you can discard any card you want.
And
This is one of the funnier things that people don't realize is when you can call Mind Crush, call any bad card, and if you have a handful of Dark World monsters, you get a +1. Which is beautiful. Dark Deal, it turns any spell or trap card into... it changes the effect of any normal spell card to discard 1 card from your opponent's hand. Or your opponent discards 1 card from their hand. So, you pay 1000, you play this card, and this happens. You have Transmigration Prophecy, which is actually a pretty cool card. You should read it up when you have the chance. Escape from the Dark Dimension, it's a DDR for dark monsters. So, or Miraculous Descent, more or less. So, because you constantly remove from play fiend monsters with Gates of the Dark World, this lets you plus off of it. And finally, Dark Bribe, one of the best counter trap cards in my personal opinion, because even though you allow your opponent to draw 1 card, it's really a good clutch card. And that's pretty much all the cards in the set.
well, thank you, Lloyd, so much for giving us a little sneak preview into the Gates of the Dark World. Pretty much, this looks like a great deck. Once again, it's looking to be very promising. Even if you're not even looking to play the deck, a lot of staples are in it with Common Trag, Dark Bribe, Mind Crush, Battle Fader. The deck looks like it has a lot of prominent value in it. Once again, it's $9.95 on sale here at Teddy and Me, pretty much. And tomorrow we've got a tournament going on that can really benefit you because it's for free, and if you win, you get 3 of the decks. So come on out and see if you can take them on. And good luck to all of you who are playing, and good luck to all of you in your upcoming regionals or pretty much any big event you're planning to attend. Once again, it's Teddy and Me. It's all about you guys. Thanks.